Hello, everybody. Excited Utterance here. My name's Hella. And look, it's getting darker earlier here. Like I'm in like a dark room with lights coming at me right now. um, yeah, so what? It's 6 a.m. here and it's almost completely dark because it's getting almost into the winter months. Happy Mother's Day for all the mums in the US. I've already had my Mother's Day. That was yesterday for me. So, yeah, today is Monday morning here. But happy Mother's Day, all the mums out there in chat, all the mums watching out there. And if you catch this on replay later today, happy Mum's Day. Mums, we spell mum with a U, M-U-M, mum. But you guys are mom. However you say it, have a wonderful day. Mothers are the best. Mothers are the best. Hello. Thank you to Steve from Publicly Buzzed for chucking his chat over here earlier. Hope you guys had a good murder church. And Ghostery's here. Hello, Ghostery. And Gabby. Good to see you. Becca Lynn. Good to see you, Becca Lynn. Snivels. Good to see you, Snivels. And who else do we have? Oh, Flash Fan. Good to see you, Flash Fan. I'm well, thank you. For this very crazy time of the morning, I'm fine. Yes. And Queen Olive Ruth Ann, it's so nice to have you here. You're on the phone at the hospital waiting for my daughter who's having a C-section with twins on Mother's Day.
Wow.
What a good Mother's Day present.
I'm sorry.
Hey, darling. That's crazy. Well, okay, so Becca Lynn, we still spell mother the same way. We still spell mother M-O-T-H, but we say it's mum, M-U-M is how we shorten it. Because that's how we say it. We say mum. We don't say mom. We say mum.
How you say ma'am?
Ma'am. Pretty much. That's kind of the same. Hello, Phil. How are you? Good to see you. All right. Oh, dear. How can we not do another 100% Karen Reid Hearsay for Days when that's pretty much all that anyone's talked about all week? Well, there's been some other things, but they've all been kind of nasty. There's been some other things that have been happening in the whole, crime world. But I don't really want to talk about unalive self-deletions and things like that. So, no, we won't do that. The big, fascinating trial that everyone is watching is Karen Reid. So there is an absolute ton of Hearsay for Days. There's Hearsay for months, decades, centuries, eons. So let's get into it. Happy Foreign Mums Day. Yes, that was yesterday, Phil. And thank you. And hey, Bob, you mean Aussies don't spell mother like mother? No, we don't. Hey, distant. Okay, let's get into it. Lovely. All right. Yeah, we have another one. So Sunday, 12th of May, 2024. Bloop. Now, remember this. Here's a flashback from last week. And it's still funny. So we'll play it again. Just for old time's sake. Hey, she gave us away. I love it. Okay, so if you missed it, which I don't think anyone really did, that was Jennifer Coffindoffer, ex-FBI, being super sneaky and going up to the Albert's house pretending that she was, just hanging about. But she was taking photos, and she's okay. I'll cut to the chase. She explained herself afterwards.
Yes.
So do you want to see what her explanation was? Can you not wait on the edge of your seat? Well, let's go.
I should probably get
Let's
back. It's
go.
not comfortable.
Okay. Oh, hello, Matt. She must have been their top undercover agent. Oh, yeah, she's fantastic. And hey, Bob Masabo, how are you? Yeah, she's got the mens rea. She has the mens rea. Oh, dear. Well, she went and made. Okay, AI's got a lot to answer for. Like, I like AI, but sometimes. Guys, those who don't know, that picture on the right, that's a reference to Papa Rogers. And Papa Rogers is a social media account that existed around the time Koberger was arrested. And people thought it was Koberger or it was the killer. And so that's a really old Idaho 4 crime nerd reference, right? So just if you didn't know, now you know. And there she is, also dressed as Pink Panther. So would you like to read what Jennifer Coffin-Duffer had to say?
Papa Doffer was otherwise teed up, but Coffin Panther was ready to roll. I have been occupied at a charity tournament for domestic violence victims for 3 days, but getting caught up on 5M and have gotten a kick out of the latest as the true crime world turns. It's okay, Junior. Don't run. I'm not mad. Sorry. It's okay, sweetie. I love you. Contact with HO not successful. One photo snapped from the vantage point of party goers that night. John O'Keefe died. Clear that from this vantage, no way to see his body, particularly in snow and darkness like my personality, and running toward their vehicles in a storm. Legally, you can approach any house. Please read Massachusetts state law if you have questions. Until the next episode, never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Winky face.
Okay, so contact with HO not successful, as in house owner. I didn't see her try and contact the homeowner. Did you?
No, she ran away when she saw the camera.
Yeah. And actually, we had a couple of people look up Massachusetts state law last time, and no, I don't think that's quite how it works. Anyway, so how about I read out the questions to her, and you read out the answers.
Okay.
Okay. Well, and she's still got fans in chat. There aren't very many left. There's a few. Admittedly, I did get a chuckle out of it. Question: do you always wear a cape when you're pulling off a caper?
Do you hear that?
No.
Okay, good. I love that cape. It was pretty chilly there.
Yeah.
I do
have a question. Are we allowed to take photos while on other people's personal property without consent? I always thought you had to be on public property. Don't get me wrong, I will be good to get a better idea of body location and guest exiting, etc.
Okay. I don't know any law against it.
Oh, you could read the last one.
I'd like to point out you didn't ring the doorbell to ask permission, but you ran like a bitch to not get caught. Like a bitch in heat.
Right. Was she the brightest of the Chloes? Afraid not. Afraid not. Oh, here she is. Okay, so that was done. So the whole, as far as she's concerned, that part's done. That doesn't exist anymore. She has addressed it. So lots of reporting, and she still can't get it right. Let's just see what she's got to say now.
the trial that is in full force. It's the trial concerning the murder of John O'Keefe. Karen Reed has been charged with his murder. It's alleged by the prosecution that she hit him with her Lexus SUV. After she hit him, she drove off and she left him to die in the snow. The prosecution alleges no. John O'Keefe was let off by Karen Reed. He went into a house at 34 Fairview of a fellow police officer, and there the fellow police officer and others murdered him and threw him on the front lawn. So that's the general rundown for those of you who don't know the case. I've done a lot of reporting on the case.
I think she was trying to say that's what the defense's theory is.
She just said.
She was so drunk here.
She just said exactly what the defense's theory is, and she said that's what happened.
You can tell she is so drunk.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's what people said. So, C Swept. Hey, C, if you're watching. Hello, C.
Words
okay,
are
C,
hard.
C Swept does feature quite heavily in today's stream because her sarcastic comments are gold again this week. Yeah, words are hard. Yeah, keep going.
The prosecution is prosecuting themselves. Got it. Brilliant. Completely backwards. Drunk again.
Oh, God.
Jennifer coffined off for showing the Canton police how evidence should be collected.
Well, it's better than the way they did it. Yeah. And I need to say, where are we? Queen Olive. Babies are out and on their way to NICU. I didn't get to see them, but peeked through the window and saw them being wheeled out of OR. Yay! A Mother's Day miracle! Congratulations! That's amazing. And I'm so pleased to hear about it here on the stream. Congratulations. Yes, mazel tov. All the congratulatory words. When you know more, let us all know. Names and everything. Weights, names, all the stuff. Oh, so happy for you. That's amazing. All right. Oh, yeah, this one. Off you go, Dolly.
I'm speechless. Attorney Alan Jackson just got a Canton police officer to admit that Canton Police Department, broke and shattered Karen Reed's tail light. It appears LG Paul Gallagher realizes he messed up towards the end. Gallagher tried a poker face once he realized what he'd just done, but it was too late. The truth is out.
Uh-huh. All right, let's watch that.
So Canton Police Department was, in fact, at your authority, given permission to manipulate that light in terms of pulling it out of the SUV, correct?
Objection. Sustained.
Canton Police Department was allowed to facilitate the removal of that light.
Yes.
Ooh.
And during the course of the removal of that light, that taillight was broken, correct?
That's correct.
Oh,
It was shattered.
Yes.
Parts of it that were falling onto the ground.
I don't think there was anything falling on the ground at that point.
So now we do have evidence that that taillight, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, was broken or broken more once it was inside the Sally Port in Canton PD's custody.
You're going to have to rephrase that. I don't understand the broken more part.
During the removal process, that light was broken even more.
No.
no. Look at the look on his face.
May I approach you?
Yes.
I need to hand him some lubricant.
Little rag.
Let's take a look at that photograph.
Oh, God. Okay. So, yeah. C-Swept said.
Taillight testimony is hard and very confusing. Maybe he was confused by the question. Maybe he thought it meant it was already broken when they were removing it.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah.
I'll take that as a yes, sir. Look at his face.
Yeah, that face.
Looks like he's
That
pooping.
face. That face is like, I'm in deep trouble after this. Oh no. Oopsie. I just made a big mess up. Don't understand broken more. Is he dense? Yo. Hey, yo, BL Blazy. How are you? Oh, man. Alrighty. Yeah. So, this is what I learned from the trial so far. Pretty much. So, the whole evidence gathering thing is pretty sad, really. It's been pretty
Pathetic.
shocking.
Disgraceful.
Disgraceful.
Egregious.
Well, outrageous, egregious, salacious, all the Jackie Chan quotes.
Well, it's not like this is a murder investigation or anything important.
No. And funny, yeah, we bring in the Jackie Chan quotes because also there was a puffy coat involved.
Yeah.
Someone saw a puffy coat, but then someone said there was no puffy coat. I remember there being a mention of a puffy coat earlier in the trial, like day 1 or 2, something like that. But there's also been some differing testimony as to what he was even wearing in full, not just whether the coat was there. Jackie Childs, not Chan. Yeah. The fictional puffy coat. It's Gore-Tex. Well, that was Mr. George Costanza's one. His was Gore-Tex. Want to read that one?
I'm snarky enough to leave a solo cup on every CPD car I see.
That's
Puffy
funny.
coat. Add the cough to signal Lally to object. It's funny, but it's not. His poor family.
True. That is true. Oh, Queen Olive. My son-in-law is texting me, baby boy, 3 pounds 7 ounces, baby girl, 3 pounds 14 ounces. Baby boy's name is Waylon. And baby girl, they weren't sure yet, either Winona or Elowen. Oh, I'm a little bit partial towards Winona. I like Winona Ryder. But either, any, or beautiful. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We are so lucky, aren't we, here to be the first to find out. This is fantastic news. And you are you a grandma for the first time, Queen Olive? Is this the first time? I wonder. This is amazing. You just must be over the moon. Can't wait to give them a little cuddle. A boy and a girl. That's so amazing. On Mother's Day. Mother's Day extra fun. Yes. Yeah, we got the exclusive. That's right. Okay, so C-Swep said this.
What, if anything, have we learned today? There is still snow. Well, she's Canadian. What, if anything, have we learned today? There is still snow. Snow in the garage, is bad. There are bars that serve drinks in glasses, Karen and John were affectionate kids do sports. Karen is nice to children. Everyone knows the Alberts. Lally has the emotional intelligence of a slump,
Okay, you sounded a little bit like your Nick voice.
I did. I just added A.
You just added A.
I had to do it on the spot.
Oh, look at you. You have 18 and 19. And this is the 5th and 6th biological ones. You just are super grand. Super grand. Is this the first one you've had as the were born? You announced it on a live stream.
Yeah.
I need to ask that because that would make me super happy. Nick was just in there, just fighting to come. It was. All right. So, and
Holy shit, more snow testimony. I'm behind, and I don't know if I even want to catch up anymore. I trust you guys to let me know if the state drops any real bombs, but this case is beyond reasonable doubt. Okay. I'm not convinced that even with all the leaf blowers in Canton, prosecutors can uncover a case. We now know that the waterfall is open 11 to 11. And they have high top tables and sometimes a band.
we know a lot about the waterfall now. It's true.
Yes. But sadly, we don't know what music they played, eh? Or if they were good, or why the waterfall is set up like my high school science class. Smiley face, eh? The bars close real early. That's a fact. Probably all the horrifying snow, eh? I
would think she's got worse snow there in
We have
Canada.
some draft dodgers as my neighbor, eh?
Oh dear.
Also, most of the couples only have 2 kiddos. Seems to be the magical number. And the big smoking pew-pew, the broken glass they found was never showed to the bartender, where it allegedly came from because it's from the Alberts.
Shocking. What's that say? I'm literally grasping at straws. What's this? Well, they left at 12:13, so I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. And yes, we are the first to ever receive news of one of your grandchildren on a live stream. In fact, I don't even remember seeing anyone receive news of a child being born on a live stream, let alone twins. I'm feeling so privileged right now, and on Mother's Day. On Mother's Day. This is amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Queen Anne. Queen Olive, sorry, Ruth Ann.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we have Brandy. Brandy always with the facts.
Yes. One of the things I was hoping they would clear up with first responders is the phone.
Hang on, what's with the voice?
I'm trying to do a Brandy.
Brandy's not from... She's American.
She's not Canadian, Indian, Swedish.
No.
Oh, you read her voice.
Okay. One of the things I was hoping they would clear up with first responders is the phone, since chain of custody has been such a big debate. I've seen a lot of theories, but we can rule some out. There are a lot of steps recorded from 6:04 to 6:11. Too many to walk. Maybe recorded during CPR. But the first location is listed at 6:15:36. And at this time, we can see Carrie walk over and lean down to pick up the blanket. So she probably grabbed the phone at the same time. She walks to the car to put the blanket in the back. But we know she doesn't put the phone in there because it's still recording steps, off and on with only short breaks, until 8:26. The only officers on scene at this time are Sarif and Mulaney, who we see on screen to the right. Good arrives within a minute or so of this, and Lank about 10 minutes later. I would assume we are going to hear that it was handed to one of them. #Karen Reed. Did I do okay?
Yeah, not bad.
It's not too bad. I can't do the rolling of the R's.
I can't either.
No. You can. You're an American. When I say rolling of R's, I mean, when I say R, I can't. I don't go R. I just
go
R.
I know. Like Hannah Gutierrez Reed.
I don't mean that.
That's how you roll the R's.
Okay, that's not what I meant. What is she talking about? Oh, the steps. Okay. Right. Okay. So good arrives within a minute or so of this, and like about 10 minutes later, I would assume we're going to hear that it was handed to one of them. So this phone, we've got to find out what happened to this phone. So no one saw this phone, which should have really been underneath him. And what did someone take the phone? Did Jen take the phone?
Mm.
It's very interesting. And there should be some steps, yes, recorded on the phone. So there are a lot of steps recorded from 6:04 to 6:11, too many to walk. Yeah, okay. So do you want to see what is written there, please? I'll read that out.
I still can't figure out why they were trying so hard to lure him to that house. She vigorously shook that blanket so it would have been in the ground if in the blanket. Also, sounds like Carrie is much more involved than I was anticipating. I was guessing J.M. was involved in getting the phone out of the house once they arrived on scene. Didn't Proctor submit a sworn statement that he secured the phone on the scene? The scene he supposedly didn't go to that day. There's a reason the defense didn't ask about seeing the phone.
Mm-hmm. Didn't Proctor submit a sworn statement that he secured the phone on scene? The scene he supposedly didn't go to that day. There's a reason the defense didn't ask about seeing the phone. Why? Are they waiting for Proctor?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I reckon he's disappeared.
Yeah.
I reckon he's gone. I reckon he's fled the country. I reckon he's just not going to turn up. That's just my opinion. Hello, me, Mary D. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. And thank you. My American accent's pretty garbage, but I appreciate the vote of confidence. Okay. The defense did ask the EMT if they saw anything around J.O. They all said no. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like, they all said they didn't see it. They all said they didn't see it. Yeah, so this comment's not right. This comment's not right. This person's got their facts incorrect. So yeah, I remember especially that EMT, that young EMT, the one with the super annoying voice, him saying, "Oh no, didn't see it, didn't see any phone." But yeah, well, where was it then? Yeah, you're right. It's in the house. It's in the house. Okay. Yeah, the internet always tells the truth, Hella. Yeah. Well, that's kind of the point of this show, because people just write stuff, and then there are people who are more learned and they put information out there that can be given a bit more weight. It's a little bit like being in court, except people don't have to swear their testimony is truthful. But even then, when people swear their testimony is truthful, you don't really know. You have to weigh up their credibility. Hello, you keep your stick on ice. All right. Do you want to read this one, Dolly?
This situation makes me wonder why the local judiciary would allow physical intimidation of a defendant who is presumed innocent to occur in the courtroom in clear sight for all to see. Hashtag Karen Reed.
Yes, there's been a fair bit of talk about this fella sort of staring down Karen Reed. Let's just keep going first. Let's read the rest.
To clarify, I am not at all suggesting family members of a victim cannot feel upset or hold any opinions they wish. I'm only saying that it's highly inappropriate for the court to allow intimidation tactics towards a defendant within the courtroom setting. Hashtag Karen Reed. The O'Queef family deserve respect. They have humbled themselves throughout this case, unlike the TB mob, created to negatively impact the investigation and trial. Luckily, Judge Canoe is running a tight ship. That being fair and tolerant. Kareen deserves no compassion or sympathy.
No compassion, no sympathy.
Well, this is Judge Bev. Anything but just ice goes in her courtroom.
Just ice.
Please explain these tactics. This has to be a joke. Have you been paying attention to the actual witness intimidation? The witnesses, not defendant endured?
Yeah, and one other comment that I didn't manage to include was that she chose that courtroom. Well, hello, the other courtroom was unconstitutional. And I don't know how that thing even existed
Noticed
the way
before.
the way it was. And that was not a nothing burger. The fact that there were jurors who were sitting behind the witnesses, and not even the fact that they couldn't see the witnesses' faces, they could potentially see exhibits before anybody else, right? So exhibits come and are shown to witnesses, and they hold them up like this, right? So here are some jurors who can see exhibits before the rest of the jurors. What's going on there?
Yeah.
Right? It was just ridiculous the way the other courtroom was set up. And it's been like that forever. What's going on? Of course, like that was a perfectly valid objection and a good reason to move to another courtroom. How many other courtrooms are there for them to go to? So they've gone to this tiny courtroom, and now she's sitting there with the family members like crowded around her. Does she have much choice? Like,
Yeah.
is there like 10 courtrooms to choose from? I doubt it. So really, she chose that courtroom. She had not much choice, really. Yeah. I just think it's shocking that the main courtroom was set up that way.
Yeah.
And so now they've got no choice but to put her there with the family members just looking at her like that. All right. This. Okay. I got to admit, this is pretty amusing. I like this moment a little bit better than the Bukaki moment, to be honest. Oh, hang on. I'll just
yeah.
play it.
They reached out. They were at McCarthy's, the bar in Canton Center, and they wanted me to come up. I was saying, I didn't want to. I wanted to stay in because there was a storm coming. And then he called me a pussy, and I sorry, I can't let that happen. So I had to go.
Fair enough.
So I had to go up there and.
Do you recall who it was that called?
They called him a pussy.
That's funny.
So he had to go. He couldn't let that happen. He just, I can't let that happen. They called me a pussy. I can't let that happen.
It's honest.
All right. Yeah. So there's Jay. And I gotta say, Jay's comments and things have been pretty amusing. All right. Do you want to read Jay?
What an amazing moment in the Kareen Reed trial. They wanted me to go to the bar, but there was a storm, so I didn't want to go. But then they called me a pussy, so I had to.
That is what he said. Hang on. Do you want to hear it again?
Sure.
Who didn't read it? Who didn't hear it?
They reached out. They were at McCarthy's, the bar in Canton Center, and they wanted me to come up. I was saying, I didn't want to. I wanted to stay in because there was a storm coming. And then he called me a pussy, and I sorry, I can't let that happen. So I had to go.
Fair enough.
So I had to go up there and.
Do you recall who it was that called?
Who, if anyone,
Oh
called
my
you a pussy?
God. Are you serious? Hey, P. Lola's mom, how are you?
Hey.
Are you a chicken, McFly? Did you call me chicken? Yeah, exactly. It's just like that. All right, so there we go, Lally.
Who, if anyone, called you a pussy? I bet this man is, for the lack of a better word, happy that he decided to prove he weren't a pussy that night. Doesn't even want to be called by a name by a fellow officer. So he went, although he didn't want to. I think this says a lot about the relationships they all had there. The brotherhood of police, if you will. My
Yeah.
goodness. How Massachusetts is this Trill?
Yeah, this much. Apparently Dunkin' Donuts is a thing.
Yeah.
In Massachusetts.
Oh, they're a thing everywhere.
No, it's like a
Oh, really?
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, like Ben Affleck, Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, what's this? Being called a pussy in Massachusetts by your friends is the ultimate insult technically. Yeah. Mass holes at their best. Yo. Interesting. Oh, okay, guys. It's just Duncan now, Hella. Oh, is it? Oh, the headquarters is there.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Do you think Arnie Bev giggled? They didn't show her face. Lots of people giggled. You heard the giggles.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna avoid the whole Grant thing. but I can't avoid it any longer. All right. I was gonna avoid the whole Grant Turtle Boy side drama, but I can't. The reason I can't is because Turtle Boy has become part of the proceeding now. Hello, Lego Law. You have a new profile pic. And I don't get to say hello, God. Hello, Lego Law. Lovely. Nice to have you here. Grant. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at something that Grant Smith Ellis has commented on. Then we're going to have a little bit of a look at Grant Smith Ellis. Now, Grant Smith Ellis, he has a profile pic of a towel because he's decided that he's a towel. I don't know why he thinks he's a towel, but that's just his alias. I guess it's kind of like Turtle Boy's a turtle. He's a towel. I'm not going to make lots of fun of him. He says he's disabled. I don't know in what way. But what I do know is that he thinks Karen Read is guilty. He has a bit of a foul mouth on him. And him and Turtle Boy, Aiden, have been sitting in line for the trial every day and getting into lots of like Barneys. Now he goes to the trial and he's apparently some award-winning journalist writer. This Grant Smith Ellis. He goes to trial every day and he live tweets. And let's just say he's just a teensy little bit biased. Just a little bit. Okay, so let's have a look at the bit of footage that he's referring to first. And then let's have a look at what he had to say about it.
That Mr. Kearney has been indicted and has open cases for intimidating witnesses, specifically witnesses in this case. He has confirmed statements indicating publicly that his actions that he's taken in regard to those indictments were to prevent the case from ever going to trial and to intimidate those witnesses. Those witnesses will be called to testify in this case, and what the Commonwealth is simply requesting is that he be excluded physically from the courtroom, not excluded from watching the trial, not excluded from covering the trial, but excluded physically from the courtroom while those witnesses are testifying from the stand.
And the witnesses you told me have expressed concern. What do you say about that?
Yes, Your Honor. The witnesses have expressed concern. The Commonwealth is concerned as to his presence affecting their testimony or their ability to recall. And for all of those reasons, the Commonwealth would submit the administration of justice and the witnesses being able to testify, as well as the witnesses' own concerns are more than meet the test of the substantial reason for Mr. Kearney's exclusion during the course of their testimony.
Okay.
Okay.
So the
Oops.
answer that I
Oh, no.
have is,
Continue.
so what? The witness's concern, where does that fit into the law here, Your Honor? Mr. Carney has the right to speak on the case.
However, my role in this case, Commonwealth versus Karen Reed, is to assure that the defendant's constitutional right to a fair trial
This is
are
BS.
honored and upheld. And because of the chilling effect that Mr. Kearney's presence, I find, will have on the witness's testimony, I'm going to excuse him while the named witnesses in the Commonwealth's motion, Julie Nagel, Christopher Albert,
For Christ's
Colin
sake.
Albert, Michael Proctor, Jennifer McCabe, Matthew McCabe, Brian Albert, and Yuri Buchanan. And the Commonwealth also today requested Nicole Albert because of the incidents that reportedly have been held at her home.
And you know
I'm
what's
going to excuse him during all of that
absurd?
testimony. Now,
Karen Reed and her counsel were kicked out of the courtroom while they did this motion. So
Oh, really?
yeah, they were not there. They were not allowed to argue it.
I didn't
So the
know
judges,
that.
I'm doing it on behalf of the poor defendant and her constitutional rights to a fair trial. They're not even there. They're not allowed to argue this.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I believe that Karen Reed and Aiden are at odds anyway. However,
No, I think they're buddies.
they're buddies again now. Okay,
Well,
because
I-
there was a
there
big
a-
falling out. I believe, yeah, a big
I hadn't
falling
heard
out.
that, but
But just over some exhibits that he shouldn't have had or something went
Oh.
public. I don't know. It's a big drama, and I don't follow it closely enough, so don't quote me. God explained agency last night. Yeah, okay. So what's happened here is
did they?
Arnie Bev
Oh.
has decided that, or she's ruled that Aiden Kearney, who is Turtle Boy, is not allowed to be physically in the courtroom for quite a few witnesses' testimony because it might distract them. It might mean that they don't give full and honest testimony. And therefore, bye-bye. He can still watch it. He can still report on it he can watch it on the stream or whatever, but he can't be in the courtroom. Now, let's see what Mr. Towell had to say about that. And by the way, he does not like Turtle Boy.
No.
Wait till you see how much he doesn't like Turtle Boy.
This moment happened right before blogger and man accused of SA Aiden Turtleboy Kearney was removed from the room after a state motion, unopposed by Corinne Reed, to exclude Kearney from trial. Kearney used sexual nicknames for witnesses as propaganda.
I don't know what these sexual nicknames
Want to
are.
get high?
Yeah, look, he talks a lot about this in his tweets about how Turtle Boy uses sexually charged nicknames for witnesses in the case, and how that's inflammatory and stuff like that. I don't know about that. I don't follow Turtle Boy, so I don't know what these nicknames are. But apparently he does, as per Towelman, Grant Smith Ellis. But then again, I'd have to follow Grant Smith Ellis to know that, and I don't want to follow him either. Anyway, let's keep going.
TB has no right to attend the trial. He has made a mockery of the court and created a circus with the KR mob, whose mentality tortured witnesses for the past 2 years, online and offline, shouting out their homes. The judge was fair, but I believe he should be incarcerated along with Reed.
Okay, so clearly Grant Smith Ellis has some supporters who agree with his take and get into his well, I say his chat, his Twitter feed. Let's keep going.
This judge made the trial of a murdered police officer about a journalist. How very the witnesses are concerned. I literally just laughed out loud. See? Ha 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 ha. This clown show is hilarious. Everyone is so scared of TV. I've never seen so many pussies in my life regarding this case. Happy with this
Yeah.
weird.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Here we go. Now we get to see who this man is. So the towel is this guy. This guy. And what's kind of amusing is I've always found Turtle Boy aka Aidan Kearney, sort of the way around, Aidan Kearney aka Turtle Boy, to be a bit sort of loud and rambunctious.
Yeah.
But in the line outside the trial each morning, they all have to stand. They have to stand in line, right? The media, even though they've got media passes, they have to stand in line, and they got their little deck chairs out. And so these people who hate each other's guts have to stand in line next to each other, which is kind of amusing. So what Turtle Boy has been doing is he's been getting video of this Grant Smith Ellis chucking mentals, and he doesn't respond, at least in the videos anyway. Aidan Kearney, Turtle Boy, doesn't respond when this Grant Smith Ellis chucks these mentals, right? And the videos that he gets make him look like a complete lunatic. And so, yeah, we're going to watch a little bit of them. And Becca, I completely agree with you about how it's not right of him to continue to mention the accuser's name. When I say the accuser's name, what you're going to hear in a minute is Grant Smith Ellis continually calling Aidan Kearney a accused rapist, right? At least he says accused. But this is his thing against that he's using to try and turn opinion about Turtle Boy, that he's an accused rapist, right? But then he goes and says the name, right? Now, I'm sorry, I don't have a way of blipping it out, but it's all over, right? He's just all the time. And I agree with you, is wrong that he continues to just dox her name's out there, but just say it over and over and over again. Come on, God, dude, just leave it alone. Right. So Aidan Kearney goes, Grant is really, oh, you want to say it?
Grant is really mad that I'm seventh in line.
Yeah. Okay.
How
Ready?
it was, oh,
We're not getting it because she was here ahead of you and I stood for her.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Fucking accused rapist. You want me to tell them about the text messages and the video you sent of you raping Lindsay? Fucking accused rapist. Get out of my fucking line. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm taking my line and going home.
Okay. And then Aidan says this.
How is this acceptable behavior to an award-winning member of the press?
I think Aidan's referring to himself. I don't know if he's
Yes.
received awards, but so has
I think
Grant
he
Smith
has.
Ellis, apparently. Apparently,
I mean-
they're both award-winning members of the press.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
It's some dumb award, but
Okay, so this one's funny.
To you, you are an accused rapist. You sent a video of you raping Lindsay Gattani to her, and you admitted to it in text. Fuck you. Get to the back of the line. Do not touch property that does not belong to you. You may leave the line if you want to go to the bathroom. You may leave the line if you want to go get something to eat. You may not touch stuff that does not belong to you, you fucking accused rapist. Get out of my fucking line.
Your line.
Yeah, I've only been on it just for that.
Get off my line.
Look at him just looking. That moment there of him just like sulking like this. Hang on. There. Oh, that pose. That is too funny. Oh, Mads. For the low price of $5,000, I could make you an award-winning journalist too. 5,000? Is it that high?
It's like
Dear
the thing
me.
with lawyers that belong to like the super elite lawyer club, and
Oh,
they're all
yeah.
paying
Super
to be
lawyer.
yeah, super lawyer. And
Yeah.
they're all paying to be in it.
Yeah. EB's got one of those. He's a super
Yeah.
lawyer. Yeah.
Meanwhile, lawyers like Bronca don't pay for it because it's
Well,
worthless.
yeah. And because
And
all the
they're-
other lawyers
yeah.
laugh about it, you see. So you don't want that on your email signature.
No,
Because, yeah, when the lawyers see it, they're like,
it's like when lawyers use Esquire seriously.
yeah. All right. And then C-Swep said this.
Hey, the secondhand embarrassment for all these journalists is palatable.
Palatable. Okay,
Palatable,
now,
eh?
yeah, she's right. So look at these guys over here, right? She's right. Like, look at them. These are journalists that are in the line.
Yeah.
Imagine them. They're
Those
like,
are so awkward.
awkward.
The amount of douche chills these guys must have watching that.
Awkward. I didn't study for all these years to have to put up with this every day. They're like, don't bring me into this for God's sake. Yeah, okay, the next one.
This is proof that biological males can indeed have periods. Liberals 1, common sense 0.
Wow.
Okay. Look, I'm
Right.
as obsessed with politics as the next, but I don't know where liberals comes into it, but okay.
No, neither do I, but I quite like the biological males can indeed have periods.
The jurors / wit nices can sleep easy at night, knowing Grant is there to be their self-appointed protector. If I was in the same room as him, I'd make sure to be near an exit door. He's right on the cusp of a breakdown.
He does seem quite fragile. Yeah, I love this GIF.
Yeah.
I love this GIF. This GIF is fantastic. Check him out. The mullet dude having a little sulk. Highly acclaimed journalist from Cloud Association. There were arguments in the Depp trial line too. I bet there was.
I know
I
there's
bet
like
there
people
was.
that were like running to the front of the line instead of waiting.
Yeah. Now, Sean wasn't very happy about what happened in the courtroom regarding Turtle Boy / Aiden Kearney, and he got on Twitter and wrote something about it. So, do you want to be Sean?
Just watched a judge violate this First Amendment by removing a journalist from a murder trial.
Hashtag Turtle Boy. Yeah. So go on.
I mean, if he was intimidating witnesses, is it really a violation?
That was Dr. Hines. Good old Dr. Hines. Hello. How's it going? But he's from the UK.
Do my Sean impression.
Yes, Sean impression. You back? Sorry. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. All right.
Okay, no, I'll do it now.
Okay.
Huh? What?
Can you start again? You were muted.
God damn it. Why didn't chat tell me? Yes, he's presumed innocent at this point. 2, he has the right to cover the trial. 3, I love you, Sean.
That was fucking great.
The public benefits from his coverage. 4, the courthouse is in a safe location.
Boomer. That was
Oh
awesome.
God, I just had to.
That
I'm
was
sorry, Sean.
awesome. Now pull out the blue rubber gun.
Ah,
Arr, more,
more.
more.
So, why on your live stream today did you go on to state things about Turtle Boy that are not true? Holding signs that say Kareen is innocent and asking questions is not the witness intimidation. You even talked about TB being a witness in this case when he is in fact not on any list.
Hang on. Did he talk about TB being a witness? I don't think so.
I think he did mention it, maybe.
Oh, whether he might be called as a
Yeah.
witness. Okay, anyone might be called as a witness.
Well, if they're on the witness list, then they're most likely have to be sequestered and can't watch the trial.
I see.
Save from victim
I
or
see.
family members of.
Yeah. Okay. So Sean has responded.
Dude, he engaged in witness intimidation. Being a reporter is one thing. Bringing a heap of the public with you while you do journalism isn't the best idea. I talked about the idea of him being a witness. Take a Xanax.
I love it. Okay, so then Mr.
Babu would not tolerate that, unfortunately.
No.
No,
No,
I've
no,
tried.
no,
Trust me,
no.
I've tried to have Babu in my lap, and
Babu
Junior
just-
tolerates it for about 10 seconds. Babu, no.
that do not identify as a Clyde.
No, they are not a.
No.
They don't lap a cat.
No. Now, Mr. Aidan Kearney, aka Turtle Boy, has come along and responded to Mr. Sean, potentially criminal.
I have
Hang on,
never
you-
once engaged in any sort of witness intimidation. Peaceful protesting is not witness intimidation. You should try reading the charging documents, and you might actually learn how egregious this is.
Oh, it's egregious.
Salacious.
Salacious, egregious.
Guy who
Outrageous.
says, do not talk to the cops now says, believe everything cops allege before any evidence is presented or conviction happens.
Okay, so that guy's having a go at Sean, right? Having a go at Sean because Sean has it actually written in his bio, do not talk to the cops. And so he's saying, do not talk to the cops. Now, the guy who says do not talk to the cops now says, believe everything cops allege before any evidence is presented or conviction happens. That's not what he said at all. If you go back to the original part, he said he's presumed innocent at this point and he has a right to cover the trial. The public benefits from the coverage, blah, 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 blah. People just like to take things so far out of context. But, you know, people love getting angry, don't they? Also, hello, he was sticking up for your master. And guys, people who follow Turtle Boy, some of them can get like total God complex over this guy, right? Sean was making a point about his constitutional rights being violated and how that basically affects everybody, right? So it's not that he was like making a point just for Turtle Boy. He's making a point about a journalist being removed from a murder trial. That just happened to be Turtle Boy. Whereas this fella is coming along and taking offense to the fact that, yeah, he's been accused of, actually been charged with witness intimidation. Well, sure, okay. It doesn't mean that Sean is just believing everything the cop said. That's not it at all.
Yeah.
So please calm the farm, calm your tits, take a Xanax, as Sean said. All right, Sean has ended the conversation here.
All right, listen up, chattels. All right, you may not like Aiden, but what happened was absolutely a travesty to our collective rights.
Yeah. Some of them ride that turtle too hard. Yeah.
I'm turtling.
I think PC and TB have some kind of history. At the very least, PC knows of TB from a long time. Oh yeah. So Turtle Boy and Chili DeCastro have some history.
Yeah.
And that was quite a while ago, but this was before Turtle Boy got involved with the Karen Reed case. So yeah, Sean knows all kinds of stuff about peoples. But I think it's big of him though to come out here and say that this has happened. So if a judge violated the First Amendment by removing a journalist from a murder trial and Turtle Boy, and even if he doesn't so much support this person, it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's the principle of the matter. Yeah, let's keep going. All right, Lawyer Laurie. I love Lawyer Laurie. Hello, Lawyer Laurie. She said, can we all just agree we're sick of Turtle Boy? He's not the story. Hashtag Karen Reed. And then someone else came along and said,
can we agree we are also sick of Grant Smith, Elise?
Well, absolutely.
He's always been creepy. Remember him from back in 8-5?
I don't know if that's Grant Smith Ellis or not. It could be.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's just someone making fun. All right, let's keep going.
They are trying to distract. I agree he isn't the story, but Dr. Turtleboy uncovered so much for the defense and spearheaded Corinne Reed. His investigative skills are unparalleled, and that's why all the witnesses despise him. He unearthed what they want secret forever. What have you done to bring awareness to this great injustice being allowed in Massachusetts? Clearly, you haven't done your research. Commonwealth made him part of the story. Every media outlet would have convinced you she's guilty, except Turtle Boy was the only one true investigating journalist on this case. He uncovered the truth and they are scared.
Yeah.
Like Grody, no complaint from me. IMO, he's the reason this case has swollen, ill, and evolved into this crappy mess of unhappy people. Grody, I say follow the money to Turtle Boy, and we'll totally know who has maintained the Grody shit stirring in this case. KR Fan Club isn't volunteer, they're in it for money too. Gag me with a spoon.
Oh God. Okay, it was a spoon.
Sorry, I can't agree this time, Lori. He didn't start it today.
He didn't start it that day. That's true. He didn't
start I am sick of the TB and Grant's childish drama, but I will admit that TB has given more evidence, the ones with receipts in a day, than the CW has in 2 weeks of their case. This trial is moving like a turtle. Hashtag Karen Reed.
I think considering that they're only doing half days some days and things, it's going
2 days
fairly, yeah, it's going okay. They're getting through witnesses. But look, I get it. Turtle Boy ain't my favorite person either, but I see that he has brought awareness to this case, and there are a lot of things that probably would not be known about the potential cover-up if it weren't for him. So I have to give him some credit. Alrighty, we're back to Jennifer Coffinduffer, and it's interesting. Jennifer Coffinduffer and what's this lady's name? Julie. Julie, sorry, I've got her name here somewhere. Julie Grant. Yeah. So Julie Grant from Court TV. Julie and Jennifer have become kind of like this duo that are speaking quite loudly because they've both got such a big presence. So Jennifer Coffinduffer obviously has a huge Twitter following, and she's on YouTube and she has a podcast and things like that. And Julie Grant, she's on Court TV. So she automatically has a big following. Now, the two of them both really clearly think that the state's case is correct and that Karen Read is guilty, guilty, guilty. So the two of them are starting to get a lot of pushback. Do you want to read Jennifer Coffin Duffer?
Yes. Pat, Julie, Court TV. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, right on all counts, counselor. Oh, a voice of reason amidst all of this nonsense. Oh. Say it again. Oh, Julie. Julie, say it again. Oh, my
stop
God.
it. Oh, God, this is gross.
I'm implying there.
I know what you're doing.
Coffin liquor has a whole new meaning.
Coffin liquor does have a whole new meaning, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wonder if Julie will grant her access.
God damn it. Oh, God. Wait. Just read it.
Okay, you want me to read it? Okay. Okay, Sal's broken himself. Bye. Okay, so Karen Read is accused of killing Officer John O'Keefe. Court TV, where are the footprints in the snow? Murder suspect Karen Read is claiming a massive cover-up after being accused of killing her Boston police officer boyfriend and leaving him to die in the snow. Julie, Court TV, us, if Read's story is true, where is the evidence? Court TV, what do you think? Okay, let's watch.
Where are the footprints in the snow? Footprints in the snow are powerful circumstantial evidence. They can prove that somebody walked along a particular path without any eyewitnesses being needed to testify. And in Boston, Massachusetts, on the dates of January 28th into January 29th in 2022, when Boston police officer John O'Keefe was found in the snow, the National Weather Service measured 23.8 inches of snow at Logan International Airport. That blizzard made for the 6th highest recorded snowfall in the airport's history. In Officer O'Keefe's girlfriend's murder trial, defendant Karen Read is claiming to be the victim of a massive cover-up.
At the door.
She's claiming that multiple people in the home at 34 Fairview Road beat Officer O'Keefe up and then brought him outside near the edge of the property and left him there to die in the snow. So where are the footprints? If this was a staged murder scene where these perps pinpointed the exact area where her Lexus was when she dropped him off, but staged it to make it look like she did it, then there should have been lots of footprints in the snow. How many people carried Officer O'Keefe outside? How many people helped place his cocktail glass with blood on it out there? And how many people helped make sure his phone was underneath his body so it looked like he fell on it? And how many people helped to plant pieces of her tail light on the ground? And also, remember, get them embedded into his clothing too. That sounds like a Herculean effort to me, involving lots and lots of people. So what did they do? Did they use a snowblower when they were all done to even out the snow again, leaving no sign of any impressions before they went back inside and hoped that...
Yes.
Can I just say this entire argument she's making would be supportive of Zach not doing it.
Zach?
Yeah. Like, I mean, well, like, there needing to be multiple people to move
Are you
the
talking
ball.
about Zach or Karen?
Zach, but never mind. Just carry on.
That Karen Read would come back and admit to hitting him. What's more, the people that Karen Read is accusing of murdering John O'Keefe were Officer O'Keefe's friends. 2 of them were law enforcement officers. Don't you think if they did want to do him harm, and if they did want to cover it up, they would have had a smarter plan? Wouldn't police know better than to leave their footprints in the snow, leading right back to the house where they are? Or would they be so foolish to just run that risk and just hope enough snow continues falling to cover up their tracks? As you can see, as I hearken upon my common sense, I have lots of questions. But this I know for sure. Officer John O'Keefe, that 16-year veteran of the Boston Police Department who would put his life on the line every day for his community, is the real victim in this case. And he and his family most certainly deserve justice. That's my opening statement on this Wednesday morning. Let me know if you like it.
No, we don't. And you're a weirdo. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, Brandon. Yeah, and justice for Zach. Okay. There you go. You want to read that one?
You guys are completely wrong and awful when it comes to this case. It's shocking how you can miss so much Julie. The walk down the driveway and on the road. It snowed after the fact.
Hang on. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. And then C-Swept said that.
Like, A, do you mean like the footprints you can see here with the taillight piece that just suddenly was discovered a few days later on the scene?
Yeah. So there were some footprints. It's just that they were, there were footprints. What's she talking about? This woman is deluded. And actually, before I continue, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Brandon. What are you on about? Is
Okay,
Brandon
no,
trying to get...
we needed to read the super chat.
Okay, sure. I've been kidnapped by a pothead. It's too smoky to see or breathe. Too smoky to see or breathe. Help. Okay.
Thank
sure.
you, Brandon.
So you're stoned, Brandon. Is that what you're trying to say?
Thank you for the drugged bondage.
Okay, that too. Yeah. Thank you for the super
John,
chat.
you're so
John! You gifted memberships. You're a legend. We love you. Let's read out those. Let's read out the gifted memberships. Benjamin Gray. Oh, he's lucky. This is his 4th month of gifted memberships. Backslash is a great name. I love that. Backslash. Bobby's back. Yeah. Dirk Diggler and Retium. Thank you, John. You're amazing. Love you so much. You're awesome. We just appreciate you as part of our great community. Super chat train, choo choo. Hello, P. Lola's mum. Thank you so much for the super chat. I love having you here. I love having you in chat. You are fantastic. Oh, I love your puppy dog. Your puppy dog looks a bit like mine. I have a puppy dog that looks like that. Her name is Sybil. And unfortunately, I do need to get a doggo cam for her, but first I need to get her to stay still. The problem is if she comes in here, she's going to demolish everything. J-Rock says that I need to get her in here, but yeah, that's a problem. That is a problem. If you are on our Discord, you'll see photos of her. And that reminds me, if you're new, if you're a new member, make sure you click through to the membership tab and to membership perks, and then you can go and be part of the Discord that both Dali and I have together. Make sure you join. We have about 200 or more members, and only about 60 of you guys are in there. Now, the entire chat has lost it. You're in what? Chirac taking 9mm for kids. What did you do for Mother's Day? Pretend that's a super chat. I'll send you a gay sticker. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you on about, Brandon?
Pretend that's a super chat. I'll send you a gay sticker.
Okay. Free Dali Reed. Hey, Phil.
Free Dolly Raid.
Okay. And thank you for the super sticker, Brandon.
The gay super sticker.
It's quite gay. Thank you for that. It's super gay. Much appreciated. All right, let's keep going. Now, I wanted to just say that usually Court TV, at least Court TV, they have so much support in their chat, right? No matter what, they have so much support in their chat, and this time they don't. Now, this is looking good for Karen, okay? Because I've said it so many times, and people always are like, no, you're wrong, EU. But I swear, I'm so often right on this. The chat in Court TV, the chat in Law and Crime, they are so indicative of what the jury's going to do, right? And they sway, and then when it comes to the actual verdict day, whatever that chat over in Law and Crime and Court TV say in their poll, that's what ends up happening. So we can all have as much conjecture as we like, but most of us, like, we're all influenced by the creators that we watch. And that those people, they're influenced by this lady, and they're influenced by Vinnie Politan. But sometimes, just sometimes, there's just too much that is pointing away from what these people are saying. And this time is one of them, right? So, and Court TV have a few commentators, and not all of them are going down this line. And she's getting a lot of pushback in her comments. She's getting quite a lot. Okay. So, Jennifer, again, what?
Brandon is just...
What are you talking about?
Okay, so he's in Chicago. Chicago.
Oh, you're in Chicago.
Okay, so that is dangerous. So I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
I hope you're okay. Yesterday, I ate a whole teaspoon of Vegemite in one go.
Is that a lot?
Well, you try it.
Well, okay, if you want to offer me a Vegemite sandwich.
No, not a sandwich, just a teaspoon straight out of the... Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my daughter was like, oh, no, that would taste horrible, wouldn't it? Because she eats Vegemite. But she's like, oh, yeah, no, that wouldn't work, would it? And I'm like, yeah. Like that. She's like, oh. I'm like, you're not a true Aussie if you can't do that.
Is it like spicy or gross or what?
Try it. It's down at your local. Go look in the... Yeah. You just have to go into the foreign food section, where you get all the things from different countries. I know. Kaiser Pineapple bought some just down at the local.
Okay. And like, is it...
Like, I can't explain it. You have to eat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it worth like taking a big spoonful and being paid
I
to do it?
I wouldn't recommend a big spoonful straight up.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
moving on. Jennifer says this. Okay, so she has had some blowback, and so has Julie from Court TV. There we go.
Oh, I have received approximately 100 messages similar to the message below from the bloggers people. This one was sent to Julie, Court TV, and I. We're lovers, did you know? This is the only case that has become a complete cesspool. Like our love life, decorum and decency has been drowned out by name-calling and ignorant rants. This platform has always been a safe space to cuss and discuss true crime facts. It's not a place for this type of commentary. It's not a place for leaked photos of John O'Keefe on his deathbed. It's not a place for anger and mob mentality. I could care less about numbers or algorithms. I care about an amazing true crime platform with with intelligent, thought-provoking input. That was another reference to Julie.
Okay. Hang on. Did you get the whole... Oh, no, she continues. She goes there.
Oh, thanks to all who could, in a respectful way. For those who don't, I will continue to block and roll. Karen Reed and the bloggers cult only pollute this system and the true crime community. There are many who do not believe in Reed's innocence, who are not part of the cult. I truly appreciate your viewpoints and concerns. I
Vegemite
drive a
is not
Subaru.
it's not like jelly or peanut butter at all. No. Anyway, we still have so many more weeks to go of this nonsense. Yes, we do. And Brandon, PayPal, please. I'd much prefer that. So yes. Firstly, before I play this, I would just like to point out that she's saying that this platform has always been a safe place to cuss and discuss true crime facts. It is not a place for this type of commentary. It's not a place for leaked photos of John O'Keefe on his deathbed. It's not a place for anger and mob mentality. Okay. What? Okay, so you should go over to Facebook then. Look, Elon Musk is pretty open about his platform. I know that because our prime minister couldn't get things pulled down from it. He tried, and Elon Musk said,
backfired.
"Screw you." So it's a pretty open platform. There's not much gets taken down from there, I think.
Elon Musk doesn't take stuff. There's still some of the old Twitter algorithm in there still. But it's freedom of speech, not freedom of reach.
Yeah, unless it's about him. Yeah, fair enough. And well, that's fair enough. It's his thing. But yeah, everyone wants a safe space. Yeah, it's fine. She can have a safe space if it's for her. But if she wants to go and say, "Oh, Koberger should have the death penalty because he did it," that's fine for her, isn't it? Because that's her opinion. So she's fine for people to get into her thread and say stuff like that and be very, very judgmental about people who haven't even been to trial yet. So she's cool with all that anger and mob mentality. She's fine with that, right? But
can Brandon do Cash App, by the way?
My PayPal is in my Ghostery. Sorry, not Ghostery. Who do we have? Snivels. What Snivels? Sorry, who am I talking to? Who do we have in chat right now? My PayPal is just over on my about page. And you have it. I've given it to you so many times. You should have me in your contacts. Let me see. PayPal. There we go. Noink.
Oh, you're so sweet, Brandon.
Brandon's so sweet.
Some kind of murderous birds.
Don't worry about the bills, sweetheart. Well, there you go. There we go. Done it. Now let's see what this dude has to say that made her so upset.
Who's the scary one? Me or them? Me. I'm the one that knocks, motherfucker. They should be 1,000,000 times more scared of me than I will ever be of them, because I'm a relentless, vengeful cunt, hell-bent on putting them all in prison. If that doesn't scare the shit out of you, what does? And I got a large platform to do it. And I'm fucking smart and savvy, and I know what the fuck I'm doing. And you wouldn't be the first person I fucked around.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, that wasn't very nice. But still, so what? Like, okay, so Coffin Duffer, Julie Courtsy. So she's apparently he's gone and tweeted that it's called a blizzard, you dumbass, those things. I suppose I could say that now that he has on my stream, but I don't like using the C word. So she has gone and I just pasted a link to your channel. Oh, no, I didn't. I pasted my PayPal link. That's my PayPal link. You loony. Look, PayPal. That thing. That's my PayPal link. You know, that's my PayPal link. Why would you say that's my link to my channel? I'm going to copy that and put it into a new tab and just double check that is my PayPal link. It's my PayPal link. See? Is anyone else not seeing my PayPal link there? Hey, Jody Arias.
Right.
Oh, you're not saying hello to me. Fine.
Well, we're in a relationship.
Oh, right. I'm not. That's not weird. There's plenty of us who don't like the word. Anyway, so she has gone and ended her tweet with this YouTube link, which I found interesting. So I followed it. And it is this thing. It's by Masshole Mafia, I think. And the name of the video is this: the most toxic true crime YouTuber teams up with Karen Reed. Now, it's a long video, so I just grabbed a little snippet of it.
Aiden is making a lot of money and garnering a lot of attention from simping for accused cop killer Karen Reed.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me, Vinny.
Let me start here. Aiden, Turtle Boy, what do you prefer?
You can call me Turtle Boy.
Okay, I'll go with Turtle Boy. No, not a problem. I understand. That's what everybody calls you. So,
But don't be fooled by his blatant self-serving narcissism. This is a mutually beneficial arrangement that Karen and Aiden have worked out. They communicate daily on the Signal app, a messaging service favored by terrorist groups, drug dealers, BLM protesters, and fringe right-wing domestic terrorist groups. It is through this secure messaging app that they are able to exchange information about her defense that has not been made public yet and may not even be admissible at trial.
Yeah, that was just a tiny little bit that I found
Signal
from the YouTube video that she linked out to.
And I love how she just has like the random scrolling command prompt there.
Yeah. So anyway, and it's an interesting video. It's all about mob mentality and the true crime community, especially, and this particular one is all about Turtle Boy. So she can talk, can't she? This lady. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
You are so nice, Brandon.
Yeah. Need the cash right now. Tell you what, I've got bills coming out all over the place. All over the place. Yeah, earlier.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said pay up. Yeah, TV's loud, but he uncovered the CPD sloppiness. Yeah, Ronnie, I know. If only I had as many supporters as Karen Reed. And lots of people have said this, Jody Arias. Like, wouldn't it be great if Brian Koberger had a Turtle Boy? Wouldn't it be great if Richard Allen had a Turtle Boy?
And Jody could be out of prison right now.
Yeah, yes and no.
She could be on my stream right now with me.
Sure. And yeah, I think yes and no. I think the problem is that sometimes these crusaders can cause more trouble than they mean, than they help. You know what I mean? Like, especially if they turn out to have like criminal histories themselves, or if they get into trouble whilst they are doing the crusading, like in this case, the state's gone after Kearney with these rape allegations, and that makes another sort of stuff. And obviously witness tampering, intimidation. And these things cloud the actual case. So I agree, it's wonderful to have somebody out there on your side. It just, it can be a little bit tricky, can't it? You could be filling your 3 holes right now. I could be. You could. Oh, my dear. Okay. After the stream, you guys can talk. Yeah. Privately. Okay. So Emily D. Baker had something to say about this particular piece of testimony. Would you like to read this up here?
Lally, have you met you? This rant by Emily D. Baker is perfectly incredulous.
Okay, let's see what she had to say.
You explained that your sister Jennifer was seated next to Brian Jr.
Objection, is there a question?
We're getting that question, so go ahead.
Lolly? You're very specific about.
Hey, Lolly, everyone's been real respectful of the objection, no speaking. So don't start popping off with this, is there a question? Because, sir, have you met you? Let this defense attorney ask a question, Lolly. Nobody has interrupted you except for me when you can't hear me. No one has objected to you asking sort of kind of what, if anything, were you wearing when, who, if anyone, was driving, and where, if anywhere, they parked around the other apparatus that were present. No one cut you off. For 9 days, we have listened to you say what, if anything, hundreds of times. And now you have the fucking audacity to say, is there a question? Sir, take all of the seats and give it a minute.
Yeah, okay, I can't watch any more of that. So now I found her reaction, the reaction from her followers, to be interesting. And I agree in a way. I agree in that, yeah, there are no speaking objections. You should follow that. And secondly, he did interrupt. So what's going on? Hey, Brandon, what do you have to say there? And what EDB said was, I'm a lesbian and this girl is $5 on the way to her next foot long pump. Are we counting? Are we counting? Oh dear. 1, 2, 3. 15. Sure. Yeah, 15. Okay, so yeah, people said this stuff. Do you want to read?
He did it because Little was crossing instead of the men IMO.
Uh-huh.
And the lawyer started with, could you? That's a question indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's a woman.
Yeah. So that's just a really small sample. But that's, yeah, they decided that the reason why he objected was because the female lawyer was questioning her. I did. If you're not paying attention, oh, God's sake. There you go. Here. There. Happy?
Happy?
Happy? So that's 2 now, actually. You get a second one for free. EDP getting that Baron pre-Mother's Day hangs out. You're a fan, I see. You're a fan. So, I mean, here's the thing, right? Yeah, I agree with her initial point. I don't think this has anything to do with whether or not the lawyer, I think her name is Little, whether or not she was the one questioning. I mean, maybe it's possible, but I doubt it. I doubt that's got anything to do with it. Oh, hello. Thank you. Thank you. Look, I find you extremely attractive. I gotta say,
Just
like you're
kidding. I
hot.
love women too now. Love you, Hella.
Yeah, you're hot. Dirty Aries, you're hot. And don't spend all your commentary money on this. Really.
Oh, she's worth over $1 million.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. She's got a ton of money.
Hey.
She just can't really use it. But hey, if I get married to her.
Oh, geez, Jennifer Coffenduffer is just all over. Like, she's not quitting. This is the problem, right? Lady, read the room. See the writing on the wall. It's not going well for you. It's really not going well for you. Now, she's met up with this fella on TikTok, True Crime Today podcast. And his chat is saying to him, keep away from this woman. Right? Okay, let's watch.
Most people, when you know the fact she was absolutely blitzed in terms of the amount of alcohol she had consumed,
You're one
she
to
had
talk.
recalled that he was actually, the last time she saw him was at the bar.
Yeah.
She didn't even remember going to 34 Fairview. There will be testimony of it. So when you add that up with all of this new information about her being suicidal in Section 12, I mean, she seemed very upset at the time, but was she also just upset as to her actions and what she knew she did?
Yeah, well, that's an interesting point you just made there, because if the last thing she remembers is seeing him at the bar, then she doesn't have any recollection of being in that car with him getting to the house. And that's the key place right here. And I know you were at the scene the other week. You got to see firsthand, this was by the road, exactly how far the car would have gone forward, and then if it went in
you were at the
reverse,
scene.
which is what it looks like it likely did, for at that certain speed for that distance. And why would that have happened? And I think sometimes you go to the surface and go, well, she must have intended to hit him. But if you just think you got two drunk people in somewhat of a quarrel of some sort, and she's saying, get out, I'm going to go, or whatever, it's not a crazy thought that maybe she drove forward a little bit, and maybe she just went in reverse because she wanted to say something else to him, or maybe there was something else she was going to give him that he left in the car. No, go back, roll down the window, and you blah, 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 blah. I'm just speculating here. Maybe she reversed. But where did he go? She's drunk as hell, doesn't necessarily see where he is, thinks maybe he went into the house, drives away, has no recollection of hitting him, and might not at all because of being blackout drunk. But that to me seems like another possible theory on this as to how she reversed, why she reversed, not necessarily in a malice way of trying to kill her boyfriend, but in a way of just drunken argument, and then being
Right, P-Lo, this
unaware
one?
that a strike had actually happened.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't.
Tony, I can't agree with your exact scenario, but I
No.
see how that could be, considered by many. The problem is she reversed going 24 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So this was
But
a
if
quick,
you're angry
fast
and you're like, I
acceleration.
gotta blah, 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 back at you, you hit
Where
the
did she
gas.
get that 24 miles per hour
see that
from?
being a possibility.
They've said it before.
Okay.
Yeah,
car.
and the other part is, and again, this partially has to do with the order of proof. I think one of the biggest issues is going to be in terms of how this prosecution is presenting its case. The issue that is a huge issue is, why didn't they present chronologically what happened? In other words, they should be showing the Karen Reed tapes, the voicemails, the hate she had for him during that car ride to set this all up. It's so out of order, right?
Maybe it doesn't exist. Coughlin liquor. Maybe the reason the prosecution hasn't put that in order, like you say, is because they don't have it. Because that didn't happen. I know there's lots of things that are being put forth that didn't happen, but that just didn't, and they've got nothing to say that. Because there was no argument. They were happy. They were fine. They were at the bar beforehand. We could see them. They were fine. So what where you're getting all this from. Anyway, do you want to hear? This is a TikTok, by the way. Do you want to read out the TikTok comments on that?
Exactly. All facts. Thanks, Jen. Drunk does not mean she did this. Tony, Jennifer Coffin Liquor is a snake. Be careful. Also, Karen Reed is innocent. Very well rezoned. It's very clear she did it. Guilty. Hopefully the prosecution presents what's in the order of proof. Why do all the women in this story have migraine problems? Ah, silly women. Seems convenient.
Do they?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, this guy, he's usually pretty popular. He gets a lot of comments in his chat and stuff, but not this time. This time it was pretty thin on the ground. And yeah, I do find that one about him warning him away from Jennifer Coffin Duffer to be interesting. Okay. And I know you've all been waiting for this moment. And thank you to TYO Toys, Phil, for this mashup. Did this just happen? Oh, no, you need to read this.
Did this just happen in the Corinne Reed trial?
Ready?
Trooper Proctor and Trooper Bukaki.
Sorry, say that again?
Uh-oh. What? Dude.
The mic is hot, Your Honor. The mic is hot.
Thank you, Phil. You're cool. You're cool. Thank you for presenting that in such a cool way. Hello, Brandon. Less than 30 to go. Women are horse or warhors. What is with you today? Alrighty. Yeah, that was really good. And also this. So Jay uploaded, he goes, you can read it.
Jay uploaded. I made this short solely because I found out about the Son Corinne Reed trial.
All right.
And Trooper Bukaki.
What?
Officer Bukaki.
Oh my God, the searches of that. That is amazing.
Happened in Bukaki. What does that mean?
Bukaki? Oh, just means a lot of things are happening in
The Google search trend for Bukaki. I love that.
Yeah, that must be real because you can't make that up. No, you could search for something else and it could come up. But he's probably right. Like in Massachusetts on that day, probably a lot of people were searching for it. And yeah, so do you want to read those?
Yeah, there was a. Let's see. It just means a lot of things are happening. You can say that again. Sadly, I did not need to Google this. Happily, I have no firsthand experience. Or sadly. Cut to FBI. Task force identifying surge of unseemly search patterns. And that was the day the Bukaki defense was born.
The Bukaki defense was born. Yeah. Okay. All right, just a second. Becca Lynn has sent me something she really, really wants me to play. And what I might do actually is I might just send it to you in private chat, Darlie, because that way you can bring it up and I don't have to change screens. Hang on a sec.
I got it.
Oh, you got it? Of course you do. All right, sweet. Okay, do you want to get it ready or?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now.
Cute. All right. Well, before we do that, we're going to end the week with the musical stylings of Lally and the Lollygaggers. Sorry. with their new hit single, What If Anything? And this is actually written by Distant. Distant, are you in chat still? Are we going to get lit before you get to close of signing up? Well, where are we up to? Where are we up to? Let's see. Comment start. 5, 10,
20,
15, 20, 25. Oh, you got a bit to go.
$25.
Yeah, you got a bit more to go, man. So you never know. You never know. Alrighty. So Laliana Lollygaggers wrote this.
What if anything would you do with my heart? Would you tear us apart? Would you leave me dead in the snow? Whoa, 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 dead in the snow. What, if anything, did you put in that paper bag? Did you shop at the Stop and Shop? Did you buy Solo cups? Yappa, yappa, yap, yappa, yappa, yap, red Solo cups. What, if anything, did you see in the night after that dumb drunken fight? What, if anything? What, if anything, could you say on the stand, so that I'd understand how a car in the snow bites a man like a dog? What, if anything, did you say to Mike Proctor? What, if anything, did you say to Mike Proctor? What, if anything, Super Bukake? What, if anything? Oh,
this is fantastic. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Brandon. Thank you for the super chat. You nanny, I'm buying an extra hour of stream time with 2 preloaded tokes and the other half on your way, coward. You're a coward. Righto. Next stream, 2 preloaded, and yeah, 1 on the way out. Thank you very much. What's this? I'm edging shots in the ghetto out here. I love you, Brandon. You're hilarious. And thank you so much for the super chat. I don't get reds very often. Reds are pretty cool. This is probably only my second red. So wow, thank you so much. Adore you. That was a fantastic tune. Yes, it was. Thank you, Distant, for that. Did artificial intelligence gone too far? I don't think it's gone too far at all. I love AI music. I'm obsessed with AI music. It's so cool. And yeah, Distant, you did amazingly. It nailed the Trooper Bukaki line so hard. Oh yeah, it did. I love the photo too. I didn't realize that it made the images relevant. The last time I tried it, it didn't make the image relevant. So maybe that's just been updated. That is so good. All right. We're almost done. In fact, we might be done. Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, okay. All right, then, if that's the case, where did it go? Oh, here it is. For you, Brandon. There you
Did
go.
she just
nice
inhale?
Big one. Nice big one. What do you mean, no? No what? You said 1 on the way out. And you've got my next stream for you is 2 preloaded, right? No, I don't have another hour of content. I don't have another hour of content. Oh, the Aussie video. Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. What was his name? What was his name? Say his name.
Me, my husband, Trooper Proctor, and Trooper Bukaki.
Buchanan?
Trooper what now?
Bukaki.
He called him Bukaki.
Michael Proctor.
I don't think that's his name. I think that means something else that she doesn't
Michael
intend.
Proctor.
Bukaki.
Trooper what now?
Michael Proctor agreed to interview you and your husband together.
She did.
correct?
Objection.
Sustain.
Michael Proctor agreed to interview you and your husband together, correct?
Objection.
Sustain.
Objection.
You and your husband.
What do you define lengthily? And I don't recall. I don't remember how long it was exactly.
It didn't go into the evening, correct?
No.
Holy shit, that didn't just fucking happen.
You and your husband were interviewed together, correct?
Correct.
Did either of these troopers, including Michael Proctor, suggest that maybe the two of you should be separately interviewed? Maybe the two of you.
Yeah, guys, that was a really big slip in this trial.
Oh my God, Turtle Boy must be fucking shitting a brick right now and laughing and trying hard not to laugh his ass off in the fucking car. I can't. I can't right now.
I don't recall. I don't remember.
Take place within your home.
In my family room?
Were you sitting on couches?
Yes.
You're comfortable?
Yes.
You were not in a.
She definitely got his name wrong in the worst way. I can only imagine Emily Baker's chat must be going absolutely insane.
It didn't go into the evenings, correct?
No.
We're already
And
dead.
then, Michael Proctor and the other trooper left, correct?
Correct.
Oh
Were
my
you sitting
God.
on couches?
Yes.
You're comfortable?
Yes.
You were not in a police interrogation room, correct?
No, I was not.
And it wasn't particularly lengthy, correct?
Oh, that was a bad one. That was a really bad one. Okay. Yeah, I hope the video doesn't get flagged.
And then Michael Proctor and the other trooper left, correct?
Correct.
Then at 6:17 p.m. that same night,
What do you define lengthily? I don't
That's what she
recall.
said.
I don't remember how long it was exactly.
I mean, I'm not gonna keep saying it, but like, yeah, Matthew Baxter. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, you
Okay.
guys. Let's-
I think that's enough. All right.
shortly after
So
you had been interviewed.
Yeah.
that's a good mashup. I hadn't seen I saw Brandy's reaction. I never saw. Hang on a minute. Haven't seen Elliot. Or I don't even know that other guy's name.
I don't either.
I get to. This is a good thing about these mashups. I get to see all these new people that I've never seen before. So that was awesome. Thank you for that, Becca. And also, Phil, yeah, you showed me like so many different people that I can go and have a look at their channels and subscribe and just see how they cover things, because it's really interesting to me. You love the EDB got. That's what she said out. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we do this. The Glarer. Okay, cool. Yeah, I definitely had to Google it. Well, no, not Google it. I didn't actually have to Google it. People told me what it was, right? And I'm familiar with the concept only, but I've never heard the term before. Never. I'm surprised how well you guys all know the term, except clearly the witness did not know the term. We do this every Sunday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Why did she lose views? Who lost views?
Legal Bites. Drama between.
Let's not now.
Yeah. It's a long story.
We can tell you later. In fact, I think there's going to be a voice chat.
Yeah, I got
After
a few
this.
minutes. I can hang out and
Yes.
talk with you guys.
Indeed. Become a member and join our Salacious Outrageous Discord community. Dali and I have a Discord together. And yes, it's salacious, it's outrageous, it's lewd, it's all those things. And yeah, right now, I think I have to go and see my dad. He's not well. But Dali has a little bit of time. And you don't even need us. If you are a member and you are in our Discord, we have voice chats. We have voice chats, not just watch parties. Watch parties are fun. We're going to do a movie night soon. But we also, quite often after streams, we all get together in the voice chat channel and we just hang out and chitty chat, because why not? Get sick of hearing my voice and his voice all the time. Why not hear everybody else have a bit of a talk? So that's going to be afterwards. Dali's going to go in there. Guys, welcome to go and start that without us if we're not in there straight away. Oh, hello, Rachel. Good to see you. Sorry, we're just finishing up. Please go back and watch the rest of the stream on catch up. Great to see you there. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Yeah, things are getting a bit tricky now. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Brendan, for the donations today. I really appreciate it.
Everyone, you were very generous.
Yeah, it's going to come in really handy. And thank you, Peter Lisbon. Okay, might stream tomorrow, might stream the next day. It really depends what's going on with fam for me, but I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you for watching. Let me just see something out there in the land of YouTube. Not much. Cool, fantastic. See you guys over in the Discord. That's where the fun stuff happens. Now I get to play one of my songs. I think this one's my favorite one.
Queen Olive, best of luck to you and the grandkids. And
yes! Congratulations! We scored today, getting the big news of your twin grandchildren being born on stream on Mother's Day. Score. That is just one to add to the books. In fact, we might even make a little clip of that and put it out there just to gloat to all the other content creators. Check us out. Look what happened on our stream. And also congrats. Mother's Day magic right there for Queen Olive Ruth Ann. Yay. Okay. Time for the music. Hello, music. It's loading up. Why is it taking time?
You have to go into brand.
Sometimes the words are always so loud, and because she's an 803.
Bye, guys.
Bye.